back here on the Cover 3 podcast, live on CBS Sports Network. That's Danny Kanell. That's Bud Elliott. That is Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola. And Dylan, we are trying to keep a scoreboard of our coaches. We're giving them trivia questions. And I think that we're going to have to informally create our own power rankings for the best dressed players who come join us here on the Cover 3 podcast set. You are very quickly jumping to the top of the list. Can you give us a little fit check? What do we have going on right here?
Going right there.
Yeah, I got my Christian Louboutin, my red bottoms on. It's got a plain black suit, but I wanted to throw a little hints of red in it.
Right.
So I did some red piping with the red pin, and then to finish it off.
Yeah, that custom with the Vegas theme.
Yeah, with the Vegas theme. So I might have to go leave this at the Bellagio, right on the ledge.
That's good.
Yeah. That could be an item one day if all of a sudden, someone wants to be able to have that.
Yeah.
No doubt. So last year, your first year starting quarterback, walk me through the year because it was ups and downs, right? You come out the gate, start really strong. There's a little bit of a setback. You kind of had some bumps along the way. What was like that for you personally? It's probably one of the first times you'd face some adversity like that.
Yeah, it was tough at first. I kind of didn't really know what to do. Didn't want to leave the house the next day, even though you had to go in and get your body right for the next week. But just learn a lot. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about your team and your coaches. And so when you kind of face trials, you kind of find out who you really are. And so, last year we wouldn't count it a success, but we did win a bowl game and so all those things. But we're excited for the next year and for the new season.
You got a lot of new pieces coming in on the offense, new offense with a new coordinator. What has you most excited about this Cornhusker offense for this year?
I think just the versatility that we have. Our 5-star linemen right now can block their tails off for a long time. We got running backs that run very hard, tight ends that can catch and block, and then our receiving core we upgraded big time. And I'm just excited with Holgerson kind of putting all the pieces together. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for a long time. So now it's just time to go out there and execute it.
How much of an advantage was it to get a little glimpse of him last year at the end of the season, carried over into this season? And you mentioned the success. He's had a lot of success with quarterbacks over the course of his entire career, offensive-minded guy. How has your relationship built with him in the quick time that he's been there?
It's built quick. It was kind of like an emergency type of deal last year on the last 3 games. But since then, it's been smooth sailing. Just meeting with him, getting to know his family, and all those things that kind of lead up to, all right, I'm going to trust him calling, this 3rd and 4 that we need in the 4th quarter. I know he's going to put us in the best position to be successful, and we'll go make that play.
He's known for breaking out some kind of wild stuff in some bowl games we've seen. How often does he put something in you're like, whoa, like that? I can't wait to run that.
Yeah, it's always fun. Like every week he's got something new. And so after the game you get in Monday meeting and you're like, well, what's Hole got this week? What's he got new in this week? So he has fun with it. He got some swagger to himself, and he still loves doing what he does.
Yeah, I imagine I had this image of him, and when Coach Rule called him, he was sitting in his house drawing plays on the wall, or something like that.
No, that's what it is. You walk into his office, and our new facility, every office has whiteboards. It's the wall. It's just what it is, and his is just decked out in plays. And I'm like, oh, we're never gonna run one of these plays. He's like, maybe I'll pick one off for the week or whatever it is, but no, he's just a football junkie, and he's loving it.
Football is life for you. Football, it runs through your family, and I know that for you, there were lists of things that you wanted to get better at, right? Some off-field things. You wanted to. I know you spoke about wanting to work on your conditioning. How has your own personal growth been in terms of getting yourself ready for your next season?
Right. So after the season, look at the man in the mirror, and I knew I had to make some changes because, when you want different results, you got to change up what wasn't working. So with that came conditioning, cardio, physical shape, and I just went to work and lost about 5% of body fat, lost about 25 pounds, and kind of just put it all back in muscle. Not all 25 pounds, but put some back on with muscle and my conditioning shape. I focus on that. I run probably 3 miles every 3-4 days, and so just being able to, all the work our guys put in, and for me to, if I wasn't in shape, that'd be a shame, right? And so putting myself in the best position to be successful and help lead this team to victory.
Now, not that you're going to run out or come out and run for 1,000 this year,
Yeah.
but like, do you think defenses have to honor your legs more now that you are quicker?
I do think so. That's something that I wanted to make a point of running. But it's also, I want to make sure I'm still progressing through plays and making the right choices. But I think every now and then it's okay to just be like, all right, I'm going to go make this play by myself and go get a first down. So, I mean, it's all fun. Football's a chess match every single game, every single play, and so you're just trying to react to what the defense is playing against you.
Your relationship with Patrick Mahomes, well documented. I'm sure you get a little bit tired of being asked about it sometimes, but he is the greatest quarterback in the NFL right now. Does it ever get to you? Does it add pressure to you? Is it something you embrace getting compared to him? I mean, you've got the look, you got everything down, but just that relationship, does it add pressure to you to perform?
No, it doesn't, and it's kind of just the lens I look through it. I'm not comparing myself to Kobe or anything, but like Kobe did to Mike, that's kind of what it is for me to Patrick. And so for him, like you said, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league right now, if not the best. And just for me to be able to have someone to look up to, talk, call, whatever, and then kind of the comparisons is kind of everything outside, right? And I mean, I can't control God made me look like this, play the same sports, but no, it's all love. Football's a great game. It provides great opportunities for everybody, so it's pretty cool.
All right, we all like to talk football. We sit around, we throw names out there. I can't help but hear you said one of. So if you were to put a Mount Rushmore, which 4 quarterbacks currently active in the NFL, who is on Dylan Raiola's Mount Rushmore of active NFL quarterbacks?
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford. Joe Burrow and Josh Allen.
Ooh, fast answers too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Elaborate. Any more? What stands out about the other 3?
The other 3, well, Uncle Matthew's Uncle Matthew to me.
He's your godfather, right?
Yeah. Growing up with him, and I think Joe Burrow is probably one of the fastest processing quarterbacks in the league. I mean, I go back and watch not just only Patrick, but Matthew and Joe and Josh, and just trying to learn different things. And you can just tell, like, Joe knows exactly where he's going with the ball right when it hits his hands. And then Josh Allen's just a freak of nature when it comes to making plays and doing things on the field that most people can't do. So you try to learn from everybody.
Sure.
And that's the next level of getting better is to learn from the people that are ahead of you.
A lot of our audience has their college fantasy drafts coming up. We actually have our college fantasy draft coming up. Who's the receiver for Nebraska this year who could be a league winner if you pick him?
Yeah, I would have to give that to Dane Key. He's new, transfer from Kentucky, but he's embodied every single thing that it means to be a Nebraska Cornhusker and a receiver. And so I can't wait for him to experience the stadium. I'm trying to prep him for it, but you can't really do that. It's just one of a kind. You have to experience it for yourself. So now Dane Key for sure.
I love the way you were talking about your season last year. It was bumpy, and we're talking about some of the adversity, but we did win a bowl game. Where does it go from here? What are the goals for Nebraska? What's the ceiling for Nebraska this year? Yeah,
it's point blank, like a national championship. And, it's not a cliche like, all right, everyone wants to win a national championship, but guys are bought into that. They're bought into the process of it. And so moving forward, that guys know that if that's not the bar that we're living up to, then we got to fix it, or we got to address it and do something that rises up to that standard that we set. So I think it's anyone can win it. I mean, football's a tricky game.
What needs to happen? Okay, you said that's the goal.
Yeah.
What needs to happen for Nebraska? When you're thinking about being the leader of this team, what needs to happen to get there?
Yeah, well, I think learning from last year, you can't win a game in 3 quarters. Ooh. It's going to come down to the 4th, and especially those last 5 minutes, whether you're behind or you're up, you got to go make a play to end the game, or you got to make a play to score to put yourself in a position to get back in the game, right? And so that's just been a big focus all off season was, we're gonna be in close games because our schedule's tough. The Big Ten's the best conference, and there's guys that are showing up every day that are going to be playing on Sunday. So you have to come ready to play, and in those 2 minutes, you have to be ready to make a play when the ball's in your hand.
Well, Dylan, thank you so much for spending some time with us. Best of luck this season. He is Nebraska quarterback Dylan Raiola.